it comes to seeking guidance, what comes to mind? These days, Google Maps comes to the top of my list. I can enter any destination. It will give me guidance as to the best route to arrive at my destination. But what about God's guidance? We can't just ask Him to direct us to a chosen destination, though many would like to have God's help in their chosen direction. Rather, we are given our destination by God. Romans chapter 8 verse 28 says, "We know that all things work together for good for them that love God, to them who are called according to His purpose." Note that it doesn't just say all things work together for good. There's a proviso on there. The common saying would be, it will all work out in the end, but we know that that is not true. What Paul wrote here reminds us that God is providing a navigation system through life, and it is a preset destination of His choosing, not ours. The good that is achieved is God's good plan, not the good for us individually. It might be good for us individually, but first and definitely the primary thing is that it is God's good that this is all about. You only have to look at the long history of martyrs who died for Christ to realize that everything that happened to them, including death, was definitely not to their personal advantage in human terms. Who wants to suffer? Who wants to die? And yet that was exactly God's purpose for their lives, and He has used that amazingly throughout history. What He has done by those who will serve Him with all their lives is beyond compare. It is all about fulfillment of God's purposes. It is His good that is being worked out in our lives. So when looking for guidance, therefore, the first question to ask is, am I prepared to listen to His calling? Am I prepared to listen to His purpose? And do I love God that much that I am prepared to go wherever He wants, wherever He directs? If you don't, you will find that Christian life is rather like setting a destination on Google Maps and then continually going in the opposite direction. What happens? All the time you will be prompted saying, make a U-turn, make a U-turn. Or you're going down the road that says turn left at the next junction, and of course you keep on going. That is how many people lead their lives, continually going in the opposite direction from the way God desires for them. Are you prepared to make that U-turn and go in the direction that God wants, to follow His purposes, to work out all things good together for His good purpose and will? That is following the directions of God. Will you accept God's goals in your life and make a U-turn?